Hello, my beautiful lovelies. It is me, QUITS. Welcome back for an update on my current household, the Chesters. So let's just jump straight on into it. So Carly Jane fell pregnant with Damien's baby. Yes. So Carly Jane and Damien are married. Just to recap, this is Shari's daughter. So she fell pregnant very, very unexpectedly. They weren't trying for a baby, but they weren't not. You know what I mean? It was just kind of, if it happened, it happened. So they were just kind of letting nature take its course on this one. So they moved into their apartment. As I said, I think last update, they moved into this really, really small kind of rundown apartment. And the landlord did the house all up for them. The landlord was just amazing at this point, but the landlord turned into a right complete doodle. And he wouldn't do anything about the noisy neighbors. He wouldn't do anything about the broken plumbing. So it was all up to Carly Jane and Damien to take this burden on themselves for a financial reason. The landlord said, I can't replace anything. I'm kind of broke at the moment, which was totally not true. He's a multi-freaking millionaire. He's just being like tight, skint with the money, whatever. And so Carly Jane and Damien had to get the plumbing replaced based on the fact that it was leaking everywhere. They had to get it replaced, you know what I mean? So Carly Jane literally paid the bill herself, and that set them back probably about 800 simoleons, which is quite a lot considering at this point, you know, they're both kind of starting to work on their careers. And of course, when Carly Jane fell pregnant, she really, really didn't. It's not that she didn't want the baby, she just didn't want to fall pregnant again until they had kind of established and kind of established a new home and the beautiful apartment that they had wanted, the apartment of their dreams, and a lot of more savings in the bank before they had another child, because raising Jax was enough. So Carly Jane, right through the whole pregnancy, was really unsure if that was the right decision, if they were kind of going into something with no savings, like, is this the right thing to do? And Shari said to her daughter, you know, no matter what, sweetheart, I'm always going to be here for you. Me and Duke are going to put away a fund for your little one and Jax, and we would like to pay for Jax to go to university, and we'd also like to pay for Adam, you know, for his new nursery. So they gave Carly Jane and Damien a whole ton of money, a total sum of about 5,900 simoleons, just for the preparation of their new arrival, of their bundle of joy to arrive. And, you know, that gave them a whole ton of leeway. You know, the plumbing bill was paid, everything was just going so smoothly, until one day Damien came home and he pretty much told Carly Jane that he was not happy with the situation. He wanted to move back into Duke and Shari's house, his in-laws, so that they could start saving seriously and they could go on a family trip to Granite Falls. But the thing is that they had really no chance of saving for that holiday when Damien wanted to. And you know, Carly Jane said, I think we have more priorities than going on holiday right now. We have to be saving for this baby, and Mum and Duke have given us a whole ton of money. We should be using this wisely rather than going on holiday. So Damien kind of was pushing this idea about going on holiday. He was pushing and pushing and pushing to go on holiday. Turned out they didn't go, and Damien was really frustrated, and of course that led him to starting to be cold, starting to be distant, and Carly Jane's like, what the freaking heck is going on at this point? Like, why is this guy pushing for a vacation out of freaking nowhere when I'm heavily pregnant and can barely look after myself, let alone Jax at this point? So Carly Jane was looking into finishing her job, and she was starting to think that she'd want to be a stay-at-home mum, full-time mum, looking after Jax and Adam. Adam is their brand new bundle of joy. He literally was born. Unfortunately, Damien couldn't be there. He was at work, and Carly Jane went into labor really, really quickly one night on a Monday night. It was 8 p.m. Shari raced over, went to hospital with Carly Jane. Duke stayed with Jax. And she gave birth to a healthy baby boy named Adam Chester. So this is him here as a toddler. A lot of time has gone by now. You know, things are really, really great. The household funds are looking awesome. They're starting to save up for that holiday that Damien requested a while ago. Well, a very long time ago. And, you know, their marriage is okay. You know, it's okay. But due to the fact that Damien works long hours and, you know, he's been quite he's been quite a high roller recently, like they've said to him at work, if you work long hours, Damien, we'll give you a promotion and we will make sure that you are pretty well off for your family. So turns out Damien was due a promotion and it never really happened. The boss promised him everything under the sun, but it never freaking happened. And of course, with their new arrival and Adam, stuff like that, they couldn't afford a babysitter for Carly Jane to potentially go out and look for a part-time job if she wanted to. Even though she really didn't want to, she wanted to just kind of stay at home, look after the kids, and be a homemaker, be a housewife, So Shari came on board. She looked after Adam so many times when Carly Jane wanted to go out with her friend and just have a really good time out and about. And of course, Shari was just the best freaking grandmother ever, right? So Carly Jane, obviously, she has changed up her appearance a little bit. She's got dark hair now and she loves it, But all along, she's been looking after the kids. She's been looking after Jack. She's been looking after Adam. But she hasn't really been looking after herself in terms of what's going to make her happy at the end of the day. And Damien, unfortunately, doesn't make her happy anymore. He comes home, he sits in front of the TV, doesn't help with the kids. He won't even freaking read bedtime stories to Adam anymore. Really frustrating. So Carly Jane said, maybe you should take some time off work. He refused. And he's just there because he's there. And, Carly Jane's starting to feel this not this burden, but this big stress, and she doesn't feel connected to Damien as much as she did back in the day when they had Jax, and of course I looked at relationships in terms for Damien, and Damien doesn't have a relationship at all with Adam, and I think the bond was never truly there from day one, which is really sad to say. So, Adam's been quite unhappy. He's been very frustrated and upset, a lot of tantrums. Jax, however, has kind of been, unfortunately, kind of like the kid in the corner playing with his toys by himself. And that's really sad to say, but it's true. Because Damien is never really there. He's never truly there for his family when they need him. And just on a daily basis, he just kind of will come home, work on his woodwork table, and go to bed. There's nothing there. He won't help with the meals. He'll leave the house dirty. And one night, Carly Jane went out with her friend, which you guys just saw in the screenshot before. They went out and Damien was in charge of the kids. He literally went to bed. The kids were left crying. Jax rang Shari and said, "Grandma, I want you to come over. Dad's asleep and Adam won't stop crying." So it was really frustrating. Really frustrating. So Shari came over and took care of the kids, and Shari was pissed off. She was really annoyed at Damien that he wouldn't just get off his butt to help, So Damien decided from that point to try and help with Jax, but it never really worked because he'd just throw a tantrum and had just pretty much spit the toys out of the cot, if you know what I mean. He was not having it. So the burden was back on Carly Jane, it was just frustrating. And even when she was at work, when she went back to part-time in the science career, because she went back part-time, she had to quit in the end. So she was only there for a month. She went back and she had to quit because Damien wouldn't co-parent with her. So really frustrating, and she really hasn't left a good name at herself from her past employers' perspective, because she's gone backwards and forwards so many times and she just doesn't know what to do because of Damien's he's not reliable enough, So pretty much, their marriage is over, to say the least. It's over. Carly Jane is just over for the fact that she every day has to just get up, look after the kids, and he's never truly grateful. I don't know, he's just such a freaking rat. But what you guys don't know, the reason why I'm so angry and so annoyed at Damien is because he's actually had an affair with one of Carly Jane's past co-workers. Now, I've forgotten her name. I think it's Tracy or Stacy or something. He's actually had an affair. One night he went out. He was literally annoyed at Carly Jane, really frustrated. And this is when they were living at the old apartment. He decided that he'd go out clubbing with one of his guy mates from his work. and he literally went home with this Stacey chick and slept with her. She ended up falling pregnant, and now the Stacey chick has a freaking little daughter. So this was ages ago, back when they were originally in the old, like, rundown apartment, when it was still, like, the renovations hadn't taken place. So, so yeah, that's the thing. That's the nail biter there. That's the, like, oh, why would you do that? Pang in the heart, the feels, you know what I mean? Of course, Carly Jane doesn't know about this, but she's been out and about. She's been working on herself. She's been working on her fitness. She has gained a lot of confidence back in herself. And she truly is starting to believe that she can, no matter what, if she divorced Damien tomorrow, she can move on and she can be the most successful woman in the world as long as she will just stick to it and be the person that she's always wanted to be. You know, she's always wanted to raise kids and have a happy family, but if Damien isn't going to co-parent and isn't going to be the best parent at the end of the day, if he's not going to be the best version of himself, that's it. It's over. So the bond between these two are literally just, it's nothing. There is no romance. There is no spark there anymore. Carly Jane just sees Damien as he's just there. He's the kid's father, pretty much, which is really sad. So Carly Jane has been wishing for happiness and joy and love and peace and harmony. And, you know, she's had a few wishes come true off the wishing well, you know, including money and stuff, which she has secretly put aside when she decides to divorce Damien. If Carly Jane found out about this whole sleeping with this Stacey chick, like Damien, like if she found out about Damien's infidelity, that would literally be the freaking end of it, and she would make sure that he literally had nothing. So it's just waiting to kind of come out, but I don't know how it's going to come out. And of course, this Stacey chick has been putting a lot of pressure on Damien and threatening and saying, I'm going to come over to your house and expose you for who you truly are. And Damien's like, I don't think so, because he doesn't want anything to do with this daughter. So, of course, naturally, Stacey's pissed off and she wants Damien all for herself. So she's been kind of, you know, texting and flirting and stuff. But that's pretty much that household. So moving on now to Duke and Shari. Duke is really, really, really sick. You know, he has lived for 485 days. You know, he's starting to slow down a lot lately, and I mean a lot. You know, he's got arthritis now, and he really, really is starting to take that toll, and it's starting to take a toll on himself. He just really just doesn't know, because he's so used to just being up and at him, you know, up and away, and he started to slow down a lot. So it's really starting to affect him for his health. Talking about Dante, Dante is in a relationship with Pari Basil, and she is just the most cutest little button in the world. And, you know, things are pretty serious between the two of them. I honestly just totally vibe it. They are so cute. Pari is into, like, DJing. She's into music. She's into hip hop and spray painting like Dante. But Duke is really, really starting to get sick. Like, I can't express this to you guys enough. He is almost kind of at the end of his life. I'm really sad to say that. Shari is doing really well in terms of her health. You know, she's into the painting still, but, you know, she does have arthritis in both of her wrists now, so she's started to slow down a lot, and she's actually started to kind of give up the painting a little bit more. So, you know, of course, both of them, you know, they're trying to set up Dante and trying to make sure he's got a life for himself and everything like that. But I'm really, really excited, guys, because this current household has been amazing. Like, it's been up and down. It's been lots of roller coasters and twists and turns and a lot of exciting stuff, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here. So Dante has exchanged promise rings with Pare, and you know, he's pretty serious and pretty keen on her. And the thing is, Dante has such a sweet soul. He is such a beautiful young man. He is such a gentleman. He really, 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 really wants to marry Pare, and he wants to make a family. He wants to settle down. You know, he really wants to marry young, have kids, and he wants to build a strong foundation of love and trust. And that's exactly his words to Pari. And as you can see, he's just daydreaming about the past and about the future and what's to come and all the past and how, you know, he's got to this point now and then into the future. It's just amazing. I love him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my goodness, we're going over now into Ryland and Ellie's household. This is their daughter, Kenzie. Now, Ellie has been, I'm going to say she's been trying to make the marriage work. Like, she's been trying. The marriage is on pretty good, solid grounds right now, so things have started to get better and better each and every single day. They've started marriage counselling probably about 1.5 years ago now, and things are pretty good. Ryland is getting back into his fitness. He's really into the gym, running, and he's actually started track running, like, you know, been in athletic competitions and stuff. Ellie and Kenzie's relationship it literally skyrocketed. You know, it really, really skyrocketed. Ellie has improved in her grades. She's not in a relationship anymore with that guy. No, she's not. She's not in a relationship with that guy. But she's kind of started texting someone else. But he is a guy in a band. He lives in San Myshuno. And I don't know. He's kind of, you know, the drummer boy. He's kind of, you know, the troublemaker of the pack. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. That's in the next update, hopefully. But, you know, they still have their ups and downs in this household, you know, still a fair few arguments, so they've got a whole ton of work to do. But in the back of Ellie's mind, she wonders if she is actually doing the right thing by staying in the marriage. But anyways, this is pretty much my current household so far. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you have any comments, suggestions, predictions, please leave them down below in the comments. I love you guys all so very much. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you guys haven't and you'd like to. And I'll see all of you beautiful lovelies next time. Bye, guys.